All right, let's dive into one of the most mysterious and moving moments from the Bible. The story of Jesus on the cross with the two thieves. Now, you might think you know this story, but there's a lot more going on than first meets the eye. Picture this: 3 men, nailed up, dying together. One, the Son of God, innocent. The other 2, criminals, guilty by society's standards. But what happens between them is a conversation that's echoed through history, and it has big lessons for every single one of us. So let's set the scene. According to the Gospels, Jesus is crucified between 2 thieves. One mocks him, saying, "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other thief, he does something different. He rebukes the first and says to Jesus, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus, in one of his final breaths, replies, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." That's powerful. Now, what do historians say? Well, Roman crucifixions were brutal. They weren't just about punishment, but about humiliation and making an example. Being crucified with criminals was meant to strip Jesus of dignity. But here's the twist. Even in this place of utter humiliation, Jesus is shown as a king. He offers forgiveness, grace, and hope to someone everyone else had given up on. Some historians believe that this scene highlights the radical nature of Jesus' message. He reached out to the very edge of society, to someone who couldn't possibly earn forgiveness, who had run out of second chances. It flips the whole idea of deserving grace right on its head. So what's the lesson for us right here, right now? I think it's this: even in our worst moments, even when we feel farthest from hope, there's still a path to redemption. I mean, think about the second thief. He had nothing to offer, no good deeds, no time left to make up for his mistakes. All he had was a moment of honesty, a cry for mercy, and that was enough. This story isn't just about 2 men on crosses. It's about the choice we all face. One thief chose bitterness and mockery. The other chose humility and hope. Jesus met him right there, with open arms. For Bible study groups, this is a moment to reflect. Where am I in this story? Am I clinging to pride, or am I willing to reach out in faith even when it seems too late? And maybe even more importantly, how can I show that same grace to others, especially those everyone else has written off? So next time you come across this scene, remember, the mystery isn't about why Jesus forgave, but about just how far that forgiveness will go. And maybe, just maybe, it's closer than you think. Thanks for listening. If this gave you something to think about, share it with your group, and let's keep the conversation going.